looks based on beauty standards, which is still shitty, but being transphobic or homophobic or whatever the hell, just being hateful to something that is connected to a person you are and not how you look like is a whole other thing. Thank you. That was the argument that I was trying to make, is that like,
sub. Thanks for
is that,
everything.
like bigotry, is entirely different than like being a shit person. I sometimes am a shit person. I am a shitty person to others who are shitty to others. Okay? Like, that's it. Fat shaming is still bad, so don't do it. Yeah, I mean, I think that fat shaming is unhelpful. It's not positive. It hurts people. It doesn't actually, cause people to lose weight in the way that people think it does. It actually, if anything, literally fucking does the exact opposite. More like a shallow person. Yeah, I am. I do have some shallow opinions. I think most people do. Mandem said good hair. Yeah, my hair sucks. So I don't know where he got that. I hate my hair. Why do you find speciesism? My mom said I can change being fat, but you can't change being ugly. First of all, that's not even fucking entirely true. Oh. And secondly, the person that we're talking about before, Laura Loomer, literally changed her face to look that way, which is what I was making fun of. So, again, does not matter and is not a part of this combo.
I've got no hair. I've got a fucking small dick, bro. I have not that many views as you.
I mean, I'm like, I got the. I'm sure overweight people are much more accepted and accommodated than trans people, so to compare the two is insane. Oh, I agree. Slicker gets more pussy than Hassan. Why he mad? That's literally true. That's the other funny part about this. Not to mention you can change your word when it comes to hate speech and transphobia. These are things outside of your control. The same you're always saying black people go through the struggle based on the virtue of the color of the screen. Is height shaming bad as well? Like, again, what do I always say? There are short kings and then there are manlets, okay? We celebrate short kings here. That's it.
Thanks for all the insights you give.
Trans people and being black is not the same thing. What the fuck? What do you mean? Dude, stop comparing different forms of oppression. Like, unless it's literally systemic oppression and the bigotry associated with that versus things that are like shallow and people being mean and bad. It might be on the same spectrum, okay, of negative actions that harm or hurt others, rather, that hurt others' feelings, but one is contributing to systemic oppression and legitimizing the illegitimate forms of exclusion. The other is you're being a mean person and you're hurting that person's feelings if they were to see it, or potentially other people that are hearing what you have to say. Fat people have less rights because they're fat? Nope. End of argument. Anyway. Kind of the reason why Donald Trump's body shaming was laughed at and we shrugged it off. Yeah, I mean, I do it too. I talk about how big his pussy is and how I want to eat it. Like, what do you mean? You think that's funny? That's still technically pointing out how fat his fucking dumpy is. Like, what do you mean? You laugh at that. The line you draw seems kind of arbitrary, just like how you arbitrarily don't care about speciesism, or you're trying to get me into another vegan argument. And yes, the line I draw is arbitrary. It is. It is arbitrary. It changes. You are a prime example of why the left are fucking hypocrites, says Chunk Yogurt. I've never once said a hateful thing on here, yet you do all the time, and Twitch never bans you and ban others from your chat for doing far less things. Literally just went up. Like one scroll. Did Hussein castrate a cyberpunk character to make it more SJW inclusive? No, we don't ban Chunk Yogurt because he is our resident pet. You are only saying this shit because Twitch is an e-thought platform full of sex workers who show their tits and ass to 12-year-old girls. Alinity literally showed her vagina and only got a 3-day ban. Twitch server full of a bunch of beta male cucks. I've never said anything hateful. AOC is dumb as a rock. Her opinion is meaningless. Stop obsessing her over her dumb as rock opinions. Funny how libs obsess and argue over AOC's dumb as a rock, by the way. Opinions shows your lack of intelligence are all probably dumber than her. Because BLM is a literal terrorist organization that's killed police, burned buildings, and has caused the death and destruction of so many. Did you notice how Caitlyn has not made a comment about anybody's race in this video? But you literally made a racial comment about everybody? Someone gifted him a sub. Is this guy legit? He is our resident pet. Yeah, fake
This
woke
dude is
chat
hers.
makes fun of my fucking head size all the time, dude. It's called microcephaly, bitch. So, guess what? You guys are all fucking hypocrites, dude.
Opinion. This
TF
is
going
God's
on with your
opinion.
fingers, brah.
If you have a problem with God, you're the one with the problem. If you agree with God, then you're blessed. If you agree with God, then God's on your side. God will help you. So stand up and rebuke every Democrat. Chase them out of the nation. If they don't repent, we don't want them here. God doesn't want them in heaven, and we don't want them here.
Where are they going to go then? Random react options. Oh, nice. Thank you, Themasius. Anyway, I'm not gonna say anything about this guy because I don't want people to get mad at me again. Because I've already been.
Will die on this hill. Chunk Yogurt is a Reddit shitposter troll that's a huge fan of yours.
Yeah, probably.
Because Twitter's not letting me. So real quick, because Twitter's not letting me post videos anymore. They don't want you guys to see them. So just look at these three. The MO, Montgomery, Monroe, and Montour. That this represents a switch. That this is 30 and this is 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, and that this 222 comes back to the middle and reaches to go over the network. NT is over the network, reaches over the network, and this 222 comes here, and then the formula.
Hey guys, you don't understand it because it's called theoretical physics, Sweaty. Okay, hey, this guy is literally working at the Hadron Collider. What have you been doing? The government wants to stop him from spreading these truths. I love numerology. It's one of my favorite things because it's so great. Because it's such like a stupid guy thing to do. Like, it is perhaps one of the best representations of Dunning-Kruger is that, like, People do this for like fucking Bible verses and the Quran and shit like that all the time too. It is my favorite type of person because it's so stupid. You're so stupid. Like, you are one of the stupidest people on the planet when you're doing this. Okay? It's great. Is this the Mud Fossil University guy? Yeah. Yeah, this guy just yelled at me for not calling him a doctor because he got a PhD from Phoenix University. Okay, I don't know why I'm triggering everybody. Look, I love you all right? I love you all. I love all the PhDs. I love everybody. I don't love Laura Loomer. I still maintain the position that it looks like, she does look like a botched plastic surgery attempt. Sorry. It is because it's the truth.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
But I love you all in this community, even Chunk Yogurt, who is a racist, transphobic piece of shit. But we still love him because he's a pet, and we pet him. Say you love the buys? Oh my God, every time. Listen, dude, I did more for buy visibility than anyone else last night when I clapped a certain character that I'm not going to spoil in Cyberpunk's cheeks, okay? Absolutely destroyed a certain character's bussy last night, if you recall. Some of you weren't here, but I did that. Yeah, it was wild. It was a night to remember.
This whirlwind of a day we had. Starting in Nevada, the GOP legislators met and contested the vote, which then in turn made a chain reaction where 7 other states are now contesting the vote, which brings Joe Biden down below the 270 electoral vote. But in true fashion, the media tells us that he won. He got all the electoral votes. And
it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see.
Found out about you through it and agree with 99 of her takes. I never used Twitch ever lol, thought it was for incels and weirdos.
Well, you were right about that, so that didn't change. Oh no, we already saw that. How do they even say this out loud without breaking down? So the reason why they can say it is because they're too stupid to recognize how stupid they are.
And that's all we need to know because the media never lies to us, you guys. And he made this awesome speech that really honestly made no sense. And all I can remember is him coughing up a lung, the parts that I actually saw on Twitter.
Shout out to all my ugly kids in chat. Don't listen to this mean man.
Because they know Trump won. And it's going to be so awesome to see what happens on January 6th. And I still have 100% confidence that Donald.
So what happens to her? What happens to her on the day of the inauguration? This is what I've been thinking about a lot. And I guess they'll just go and watch the separate the separate inauguration that Donald Trump is going to have or something. Doc Ock is not a real Doc, but he do have 8 legs, so I consider him the real Spider-Man. What? Do you think if you were born in the ancient Greece where you fucking dudes was normal and sexuality was completely different, would you fuck a dude? Like, I'm straight, but I don't know in ancient Greece. I don't even have a problem with fucking dudes in this day and age in 2020. I've said this before. It's just, I don't feel the need to. I don't find dudes sexually attractive. Most of these idiots will, but I'm not ruling it out. But I don't. No, there is no chance. Okay, stop. No, I'm not gay baiting. Okay, it's probably not gonna happen, guys. All right. I've been on this planet for 29 years, and I live in the gayest place on the planet. Okay. I literally live in the gayest place on the planet. If there was a gay dude there was a dude that I wanted to fuck, I would have met that person. You understand? So stop saying that there is a... You call dudes hot all the time? Yeah, I can tell when a dude is hot. That doesn't mean I want to fucking clap their cheeks or get my cheeks clapped by them. San Francisco's way gayer. No, it's not. Stop. No, it's not. West Hollywood is literally gayer, dude. Trump is going to officially change the name of Mar-a-Lago to the Winter House to fulfill his RP fantasy. I mean, it is supposed to be... It is supposed... I think originally Mar-a-Lago was literally supposed to be the White House for the winter. Yes, the gay neighborhood in LA is gayer than all of San Francisco, but the gay neighborhood in San Francisco is gayer than WeHo. I don't agree with that.
To Turkish oil wrestling.
I don't agree with that. It's like, dude, WeHo is white gay men, huge difference. Yes, that's true. If you were to say like WeHo is too cis or too white, fair. But the cis the cis white homos, they go off, dude. They go fucking crazy. I can't describe it. Like it is difficult to put into words the things I have seen happen in West Hollywood bars. I mean, dudes just, they have their dicks out on Halloween. Like there's no other way to describe it. Like dude will just be at the bar with his cock out. And it's just full body paint, so it's okay, I guess.
Doping one dope, 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 doping one dope.
Like West Hollywood is just completely, that's literally every single gay village, dude. Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know. I just, it is very, as cash on the daily, WeHo is the pride flag on their cop cars. Yeah, that's normal. That's just like every neoliberal place is like that. Do you live in LA only to compensate for your homophobia? Yes. I live in the gayest place on the planet, or okay, one of the gayest places on the planet, specifically because I am a gigantic homophobe and I want to hide it. That's why. That's why I planted myself in the middle of fucking Boys Town, dude. What's the most asexual city? Cleveland. Easy. Not even a question. Vatican City? What are you, crazy, dude? No, Vatican has too much sex going on, if you ask me. No. No, Salt Lake City, bro. Dude, are you guys crazy? Salt Lake City? Do you know how Mormons operate, motherfucker? Some of them literally were like, no, I need to have polygamy, and moved to Mexico. You have an entire religion that, like, where a subsect of it literally branched off because they were like, no, you can't deny me my right to have multiple wives that I fuck. Well, Salt Lake City is the least Mormon part of Utah. I know, but it's still Utah, so it doesn't matter. Tucson? I don't know. Arizona is a really horny state. Honestly, Arizona is a really fucking horny state across the board. Like, just by virtue of being near like the universities, it's like you can catch herpes from the fucking air, I feel like. Just if you drive past ASU. Like you definitely at least get Hep C. If you drive past ASU, when school's open, you got Hep C. Boise, Idaho. I don't know. Cousins look pretty good. I'm telling you, man, it's fucking Cleveland, dude. It literally is Cleveland. Hassan, Joaquim, Noah Piker with these Cleveland takes? What? Okay, we're done with you think they did fraud? What? No. What do you mean, Democrats? No. Don't ignore it's short. New research points to effective ways to increase your support for addressing inequality. No. Hassan, I live in Miami, and once I lived in Miami, so I know how gay it is. It's hella gay. And 2 a.m. on South Beach, two huge gay dudes punch each other in the face, only to watch them make out 20 minutes later. Yeah, that's just normal. Chelsea in Manhattan is the gay capital of the East Coast. No, Atlanta is the gay capital of the East Coast.
You're wrong about Cleveland.
Atlanta is the South. Okay. Boston is not as gay as you would think. Atlanta is one of the gayer places in America. Thought DC was the cap of gayness? No. Portland, I feel like, is the most ace. Everyone here is too terrified to talk to each other to have sex. Maybe. I can't speak for Portland. You're all wrong. Provincetown, MA is literally 99% gay, not hyperbole. What's the most non-binary city ever? I don't know. Maybe Portland?
Hassan, my boyfriend and I watch you every day and we love you. You're like a friend to us. Hi, chat.
Okay, we're done with these. Philadelphia literally has a city. What? Provincetown is gay as fuck. I did not know about the existence of Provincetown. Don't let anybody else in Massachusetts know that an entire town full of gay people exists. They're going to go do hate crimes after drinking when their favorite sports team wins or loses. Decatur, Georgia is one of the biggest non-binary cities. Omaha is the most incel. I'll take your word for it. Dick-ater? What is it? Northampton, MA is the most lesbian city. What is the most lesbian city? I don't know. I've always felt like, I don't know, Colorado gives me hella lesbian vibes. Like wherever you can drive around a Subaru freely and go camping is the most lesbian city. Seattle? Oh yeah, that's true. Seattle is pretty. Lesbian aunts in Colorado, LMAO. Oklahoma City for the straightest city in the U.S. Yeah, Oklahoma's pretty straight. New York City is the most gay, A's, bi, straight in America. This is Cole from LA. Okay, we got it, bro. You're from New York. Okay. Oh, sick. Yeah, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Literally all of Vermont is Subaru territory. Yeah, but Vermont is too. Why are you Subaru phobic? My first car is a Subaru. No, Subarus are great. They're reliable. I think Burlington is pretty lesbian. Sure. Wait, do they like to camp, or is it just a dumb stereotype? Is it a dumb stereotype?
Yeah, Burlington
It's a funny
is with walking per
stereotype.
capita.
But it comes from a place, it's a stereotype that comes from a place of recognition. Like, it's not a stereotype that you would know about if you
2 months
were
since I
unaware
stopped
of
working.
lesbians or if you were, like, homophobic. You know what I mean? Like, bigoted people don't know that lesbians love purchasing Subarus and doing camping trips and getting into relationships with one another very quickly.
Hey Hassan,
It's
you
like
look
one of
really
those
good.
jokes that you know
Are
if
getting
you are
ready
in
for our wedding?
the
That you promised at
in-group.
20,000 subs?
Like, no bigoted person
Okay.
is like,
Pogo.
this is what lesbians like to do. I'm also directly ripping a comedy bit from my lesbian friend who uses all these
Appreciate
jokes
you,
in
Hassan.
her stand-up. But it also is a dumb stereotype that comes directly from Subaru advertising specifically to lesbians. Yes, exactly. There is literally a there is like marketing around it. Yeah, I mean it's a stereotype. It's a joke, but it's also literally a getting ready to do a Spy Within Fortnite with David Dobrik and Sarah Silverman. What the fuck? Wait, I want to. What? Spy Within on Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite, but I would love to fucking hang out with Sarah Silverman. What the fuck?
Do you read these messages?
Does that mean if I buy a Subaru, then I become a lesbian? I am male, by the way. No, dude. Berkeley, California's most lesbian, no contest. True. True. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. What are U.S. election? Can you explain the Electoral College in 10 seconds? BBC News. Family kicked off flight for 2-year-old's refusal to wear a mask. What the fuck? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Let's see what's going on here. I got to pee real quick, though.
They were traveling for the holidays when they were kicked off a plane, and the couple
Oh, this
says
is
they
fucking cannon fodder. Oh, this is going to be so good.
were booted because their
Hold on.
2-year-old daughter wouldn't put on her mask. Her parents tell us they couldn't believe what was happening.
We just got kicked off the flight.
She's the tearful mom who was booted from a plane after her 2-year-old daughter just would not wear a mask. Elise Fulop had just boarded the United flight from Denver to Newark with her husband and daughter, Edeline. They were on their way to visit family and see the famous Rockefeller Center Christmas tree in New York.
The first thing that the flight attendant said was, "How old is she?" Like as we walked on the plane, and my husband was like, "Well, she's 2." And then she said she's gonna have to wear a mask, and we kind of were like, "Okay, you know, she's 2."
Do you want to try putting it on her?
Her husband, Erhard, tries to put a mask on the toddler, but in true 2-year-old fashion, she isn't having it.
She was freaking out, losing it. She was screaming, and then she was crying, and she was just like, "No way."
That's when a crew member approached.
We can't force her. She's literally holding it, and she's crying.
You're gonna do this to us? Yeah? Wow.
All right, let's go.
Erhard says they have flown United with their daughter 4 other times during the pandemic and never had an issue with her being maskless.
There was just such a lack of communication, and then also the inconsistency with the rules and the regulations. I think that's the part that's the most frustrating.
This was obviously an extremely traumatizing experience.
United says the health and safety of their employees and customers is their highest priority. They say anyone 2 and older on board must wear a mask, adding
Flown United with their daughter 4 other times during the pandemic and never had an issue with her.
Guy's fucking jacked, dude. Is he like a...
Tries to put a mask.
Got this haircut too? What's going on? Is he like a... Strikes me as an operator type or a cop maybe. He looks like a military dad. But definitely recently no longer in the military. He's got, oh God, he's got the black ring. Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh dude, fucking Connor is so funny. Connor O'Malley's I'm an auxiliary officer. My wife cheats on me. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Isn't having it.
Yeah, he hasn't developed a belly yet. He's been...
She was freaking out, losing it. She was screaming, and then she was crying, and she was just like, no way.
That's when a crew member approached.
We can't force her. She's literally holding it and she's crying.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Like, it's a fucking 2-year-old kid. What the fuck is this airline doing, by the way? Like... Mayo ass baby learning Karenism from a ripe young age of 2, the way of the military wife. You couldn't tell from the Under Armour shirt mask? That's the sign of the chud?
Seems coached.
This is ridiculous. Like, is this a real story? Like, they fucking booted a young and beautiful military family off of the plane for loving Donald Trump? That baby voted for Donald Trump, okay? That's a legal vote right there. Hassan is full of bad takes. What do you mean, dude? What do you mean I'm full of bad takes? If you're literally fucking 2.5 years old and you're not wearing a mask, people are like freaking the fuck out. I mean, it just strikes me as a grift. Like, obviously, they had the fucking camera ready to go, you know what I mean?
For a few months now, and I really made me question some of my own beliefs and misconceptions.
But it's not a fucking bad take.
Greetings from
It's not a bad take that they like that I think it's ridiculous that they fucking booted them off the plane for the fucking 2-year-old not putting a mask on. Who gives a shit? Is a fucking disease vector? No, that's not true. What are you talking about? The virus doesn't care if you're 2 years old. I know toddlers are fucking nasty, but toddlers are nasty all the fucking time. Not when there's just coronavirus occurring. And the likelihood that a baby can give you fucking corona is very unlikely. That's precisely why they have that rule that like people under the age of 2 don't need to fucking wear a mask. You guys are crazy.
Luckily,
like, and in different parts of the world, that age changes too. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, kids that age, according to the CDC, don't need to wear that. Don't need to wear a mask. Told their kid to refuse to wear a mask? Lol, no, the kid is fucking crying when you put a mask on. But no, kids can transmit the disease, yes. But the likelihood that a child could transmit the disease is infinitely lower, especially if they're under the age of 5. Someone on the plane might give it to a baby, okay, then the mask is not fucking helping either, so you're wrong. Masks are to stop the further spread, not the other way around. The most significant reason why you wear a mask is because you might not know it, you might have COVID, and you might give it to other people. Like, if this was a fucking 95-year-old man who was crying, I'd have an entirely different take.
Yeah? Wow. All right, let's go.
Earhart says they have flown United with their daughter 4 other times during the pandemic and never had an issue with her being maskless.
There was just such a lack of communication and then also the inconsistency with the rules and the regulations. I think that's the part that's the most frustrating.
This was obviously an extremely traumatizing experience.
Children can't get coronavirus? That's not true. That is not true.
This is Operation Warp
Children
Speed.
can and
Since
do
it
get
is past
coronavirus.
November
The
3rd,
likelihood of them
2020,
getting
COVID has
coronavirus
magically
is
gone
a
away.
lot.
Please stop spreading
A lot.
misinformation.
Wait, what? What is?
Ajan?
Wait, please stop spreading misinformation. What? Since past November 3rd, COVID has magically gone away. Oh, you were just joking.
United says the health and safety of their employees and customers is their highest priority.
I have black rings too. It's just it's a Conor O'Malley joke about how he wears like a black wedding ring, and he says like, I'm an auxiliary officer. I got my black ring. My wife was cheating on me. He says that children 2 and over should wear a mask in public. Children 0 to 17 years represented 1.7% of all confirmed cases reported to the CDC. The right angle here is that the kid can't consent, not what you're saying. Wait, what? The kid can't consent? Fuck do you mean a kid can't consent? You got parents.
16.
Yeah, no shit, the kid can't consent. What does that take? What are you, a libertarian? You fucking psycho? What the fuck? People age 2 and older should wear masks in public settings, and when people around people who don't live in their household. This is from fucking it's updated. Never mind. How old was that kid? If children and people with certain disabilities are unable to wear a mask properly or cannot tolerate a mask, they should not wear one. They do have that as well for kids, but the reason why it's not as big as a deal for kids as it is for like actual fully developed adults is because clip it out of context. No. Are we condemning them for not forcing them to wear it? I think United is crazy for doing this to anyone under the age of 5. I agree. I fully agree. I think it's ridiculous.
And Andy over here.
They've traveled 4 times already. Like, the fact that their travel is non-essential it's insignificant. All of that stuff is completely insignificant. What is significant in this conversation is the reality that you have a child over the age of 2. How old was she? They said that the child was 2. Some children 2 years or older and people of any age with certain disabilities, appropriate and consistent use of masks may be challenging for some children and for people of any age with certain disabilities, including cognitive, intellectual, developmental, sensory, and behavioral disorders. When citing a child, use a mask correctly, avoid frequent touching of the mask in their face, limit sucking, drooling, or having excess saliva on the mask, and remove masks without assistance. If children with disabilities are unable to wear a mask properly and should not tolerate a mask and cannot tolerate a mask, they should not wear one. Those caring for children and people with certain disabilities who may not be able to wear a mask should ask their healthcare provider for advice about wearing a mask, ensure proper mask size and fit, remove masks for sleeping, napping, and when they may fall asleep, such as in a car seat or a stroller, and in situations when continual supervision is not possible. The World Health Organization advises that people always consult and abide by local authorities, but their advice is that 5 years and under should not be able to require masks. UNICEF advised decisions to use masks for children aged 6 to 11 should be based on the following factors. Is there a widespread transmission in the area? Access to masks, adequate adult supervision and instructions, potential impact of wearing a mask on learning and psychological development, specific settings and interactions the child has with other people who are at high risk or developing serious illness. This is the mindset that leads to 9/11 deaths every day in your country, LMAO. Wait, what? Are you guys fucking crazy? Wait. Chat wins again. What? Are you guys not reading the fucking... Are you not reading the fine print? I'm confused. What do you mean? Chat fucking wins again.
Pogajan, it's our 4-month anniversary.
What the fuck? Are you just saying that to be like... World Health Organization and UNICEF... Oh, are there situations where children age 5 and under should not may be required to wear a mask? In general, children age 5 and under should not be required to wear masks. This advice is based on the safety and overall interest of the child and the capacity to appropriately use a mask with minimal assistance. Are you saying that you can't read, so you won the argument or something? Like, what is the take? I think it was silly to throw them out, but the child probably learned to be scared of masks from the stupid ass Republican neck guard wearing dad. It doesn't matter.
Arjan? Pogo?
2 and older,
cheesy.
the kid is
Wow.
2, wear a mask or stay home. These people knew this and kept flying. Dude, you're crazy, dude. Dude, you guys are wild. You're wild.
If 2-year-olds don't have to wear masks, we should let them go back to work too. They're just sitting at home collecting their $1,200 checks.
I mean, you're wilding out. No, chat genuinely disagrees with you. I don't think they're trolling.
Americans have never been well known for their reading comprehension skills. Has Chuds in the chat.
Don't act outraged. This is literally why America's so fucked this pandemic. I mean, guys, you look at other countries that are doing better than us, and their fucking reasoning for why they're doing better than us is not because 2-year-olds are being fucking slapped with masks on flights. The reason why they're doing better than us is because the adults that behave like fucking 2-year-olds are actually wearing masks. That's the real reason. Like, and they're also not taking flights. It's ridiculous to be taking a flight for leisure during this time of the pandemic. Okay? That's the real fucking ridiculous part, is that you're like literally traveling the world in the middle of a goddamn pandemic. That's the most psychotic part. That's the reason why people spread this virus. But my argument here is about the parents being kicked off of a flight because their 2-year-old was not wearing a mask. That's insane. That's also crazy. If you're a fucking fully developed adult human being who's behaving like a 2-year-old baby and you're doing that, then fuck you. Yes, of course you're going to get kicked off the flight. No, it's not, lol. Wrap it up. I'm genuinely confused. 9 months since quarantine started, parents should have given mass talk by now. Why are they wanting to see the Christmas tree during the pandemic? There may be local requirements for children aged 5 years and under to wear masks, or specific needs in some settings, such as being physically close to someone who is ill. In these circumstances, if the child wears a mask, a parent or guardian should be within direct line of sight to supervise safe use of the mask. Scroll to wear a mask section on ages 2 and older. Child's interaction with people at high risk. Wait, where is it? Help your child if 2 years or older wear a mask correctly when in public and when around people who they don't live with. CDC recognizes that wearing masks may not be possible in every situation or for some people. Yeah, what do you mean? I already read this. Learn more about what you can do for your child, or you cannot wear masks in certain situations. Not wearing a mask is not a substitute for everyday prevention actions like avoiding close contact with others and washing hands frequently. Someone who works in public health, this story pisses me off because of not because of the mask, but because of how much they have traveled. Yeah, the real fucking aggro part about this is that this psychotic fucking family has traveled 4 times, and this is their 5th time during this fucking pandemic. Like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, you sick fucks? Go look at the tree in your backyard, you psycho. What is this shit?
The only bad thing is if a child wears a mask, the child might survive this pandemic, Sag.
But the take I have is that there are plenty of countries, including in the United States, where there is leniency when it comes to children under a certain age. 2 years, 2 and older, dude. The kid was 2. Okay, that's still silly. The kid was 2, so case closed. Okay, got it. Y'all sound like fucking Drake fans over here. Like, you literally sound like Drake fans. Well, technically, Drake kissed that girl that just turned 18 on the night that she had turned 18, so it's okay. You can have fucking leniency up to age 5, usually, because of so many fucking other places where they do have that, including the World Health Organization or Canada or numerous other places. Not the same thing, Hassan. Okay. Why are you defending a chud Republican baby? Because it's a fucking baby, dude. You guys are crazy. What? I think people are saying that United had this rule already set and communicated to the family, but the family decided to risk it anyway, and that they thought it could be an exception. Bring the kid to see the Rockefeller tree when they'll actually remember that memory. Weird champ. As parents, it's kind of sad that they aren't able to get her to wear it, but I don't think it means that they should be booted off the flight. Yeah, I think it's crazy. Most people in other countries that have dealt with the pandemic successfully will be surprised if you ask me about the fucking 2-year-old that hasn't been able to get the 2-year-old that was kicked off the flight.
They say anyone 2
Mauled
and
is wrong. I'm not even malding. I think it's ridiculous.
older on board must wear a mask, adding they refunded the family's tickets.
I love this because they're like, I love this take because it's like, you know, oh, the baby was 2 years and fucking 3 weeks. So sorry, fuck you, baby. You're a fucking adult now.
All right, welcome back to Hannity. Last week we saw the...
Yeah, we should try kids that are like 17 and 3/4 as adults too. It's close enough. Fuck it. Or if someone is literally a fucking second over the age of 18, fuck it, you're going to jail for the rest of your life if you committed a crime.
Disturbing
Wait,
story.
we do? I know, and we criticize that. Hello? We literally criticize that. I thought you guys criticized that. I guess not. That is literally a fucking extra punitive measure as a consequence of our draconian criminal justice proposals. Why are you advocating for that now? What the fuck? They already do? Yeah, but you don't like that, right? I thought you hated that. What the fuck? Is chat unironically going fucking like a draconian crime? We need to fucking... What? Do you just not believe in rules? Like just anyone can order from the kids menu? Come on. I think yes, everyone can order from the kids menu. Kind of being a baby, dude.
And the airlines have a rule that 2 or older have to wear a mask or you'll be removed. We cancelled the trip knowing we can't do that.
How rational does chat think 2-year-olds are? Dude, if that baby turns 3 and has a fucking heated gaming moment, I'm executing the baby, by the way, just for the record. If someone has said something fucked up when they were like 14, that's over, dude. That's over. We're fucking going back to that moment. Always. You understand me? That's how it works. Sorry, guys. Yeah, fucking chud baby, dude.
Removed from a United Airlines flight because their 2-year-old daughter, well, she was not wearing a face mask. Take a look.
grab the belongings and head to the airport. We gotta be getting away from this. Why? We're over here holding this mask on her face. I'm sorry, sir.
United did provide a statement to us regarding the incident, saying that the health and safety of their customers is their highest priority. They're also confirmed the family is not banned from flying in the future. Here with more, the parents of that 2-year-old removed from the flight. Ellie's is with us, Orben, and also Erhard Orben is with us. Well, first of all, my kids are a little older than you guys. I've been there, done that. Am I wrong in thinking most people want to just help you guys out in a moment like that because we can all relate to that? Aline?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've gotten so much support. That's actually how this video got so viral, because people just couldn't believe what happened to us.
Yeah, and I'm looking, you know, Erhard, you're there.
I mean, they're definitely. Hey. By the way, don't get me wrong. Like, this is definitely a grifter fucking family. Like, for sure. Still, though, doesn't matter. Ridiculous. Bro, when you find yourself agreeing with Sean Hannity, you know you're wrong. No. It's also silly as fuck. The original take chat was having was, why the fuck are they flying 4 times in the pandemic in the first place? Great question to ask. I don't disagree. I think that's silly as fuck. I think that flying 4 times during the pandemic or wanting to go and see a fucking Christmas tree is psychotic in the middle of a goddamn pandemic where 3,000 people are dying. Also, taking a family off of the flight because the baby is not fucking putting on a goddamn mask when the baby is 2 years old. Look crazy, okay? Look crazy. You guys are making it seem like the baby is a fucking vector for disease. Ridiculous. Chat doesn't want to stand by their convictions if it means standing up for chuds. Yeah, I mean, fuck this family. They're definitely getting a lot of mileage out of it. They're very clearly grifters. But you said that didn't matter, hypocrite? Yeah. No, I'm saying that that's ridiculous. I have maintained the position that that is a ridiculous thing that this family is doing. But that does not change the reality that, like, a 2-year-old not being able to wear a mask because they're fucking crying is still crazy to get kicked off of a flight. Yes, it's insignificant in the argument that we're having. The argument that we're having is what this flight attendant is doing. Okay? Some takes are those. You agree on something with someone who has bad takes means you are wrong. Like, someone could be doing something bad. Okay? Someone could be doing something that is bad, but we are not having a conversation about what they are doing that is bad overall. Like, if we're talking about them flying around in the middle of a pandemic, then yes, you and I are in agreement. That's ridiculous. Stay the fuck home. But if we're having an argument about kicking someone off of a flight because their 2-year-old is, not putting on a fucking, not putting on a mask, then that's ridiculous. Like, that's crazy. I guess we're in a disagreement here. But I guess it's probably started because I said that Cyberpunk is not transphobic. So the rest of the takes I have today are always going to be around chat finding something so they can fucking yell at me over it. So at what arbitrary age do you draw the line for a company to enforce a policy? Probably 5. Like, an age that you can like reason with them to a certain degree. Like, if they're being a spoiled brat at the age of 5, then it's a little different. But like, this is a fucking 2-year-old. This is like a little baby. They can't be on their own. Like,
you're trying to, like, okay, I'll try and keep her covered. Don't worry, I'll work on it. Then they just say, get the hell off the plane. How did that go?
You know, it was very.
You're only siding with them because it's dumb to kick them out of a flight because their baby won't wear a mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what they were doing was good. I'm not saying that, like, traveling in the middle of a fucking pandemic when it's non-essential travel is justifiable. I don't have that opinion at all. I just think it's ridiculous to fucking kick
Everyone
someone
says
or a
WHO
family
asked
off.
Pogo,
I think it's ridiculous to
but they
kick a
never say
family
why
off because of a
asked.
fucking 2-year-old not
Sag.
putting on a mask, or rather a parent, two parents having a hard time putting a mask on their 2-year-old child who was like traumatized and fucking freaking out.
How did that go?
And all around the world, other countries that have done a way better job at fucking kicking this disease's ass better than we have would agree with me. Whether it be Canada, where it's 5 years old, whether it be EU, where it's 5 years old, whether it be the World Health Organization, where the arbitrary number that we're talking about is 5 years old. And the reason why we're talking about it as 5-year-olds is because you can reason to a certain degree with a 5-year-old, but you can't really reason with a 2-year-old who's fucking crying and freaking the fuck out. That has not, my position on this issue has not changed. I'm not changing the goalpost. I still think it's ridiculous to fucking travel 4 times throughout the pandemic for non-essential travel. I think it's ridiculous that so many people cannot see their fucking families and shit while these assholes are running around, you know, seeing Christmas trees and whatnot. But that's entirely different than while you are in the process of traveling with a child, that child being 2 years old and not being able to put on a mask, and you're actually discussing this baby deserves to die, you're weak and won't kill it, just like you won't kill the nameless king. Yeah. I don't know why everyone is so upset at me over this take. I really don't understand. Her age is not the point. Her recycled COVID's not air in a close space with 200 people is. You are literally doing a right-wing no mask because feels argument. Am I? So why is there why is it 2 years old? Why isn't it 0? If you're a fucking fetus, you got to slap a mask on that fetus. Why is it that there is already a distinction? Like, why did someone in most other places outside of the CDC decide that it's 5, and in America the CDC decided it's 2 years old? Why is it that it's not like anyone who is fucking born, from the moment you're born you have to have a mask? Clearly there's a distinction there. Why is there a distinction? Just don't ask, you don't have to write the answer in the chat with an essay. Just search within yourself to try to figure out. Just think about it a little bit. Digging deep into your bad take, lol. If you say so.
I love your stream, and here in Canada it is 5-year-old to wear a mask. I can't get my 3-year-old to wear one longer than 10 minutes.
I feel like some of you have literally never been around a child. That's the reason. One, you can't get children to comply to these sorts of things. And two, the second reason is that luckily, and this doesn't mean that babies cannot be a vector for the disease. Do not misunderstand me. But the likelihood that a baby can be a vector of disease is infinitely and significantly less than an adult. Okay? That's it. That's the argument. Chad is just annoyed that you compared a family not getting to fly to children being tried as adults. Dude, just get off the topic. Chad is done. The story just exists to annoy folks. Anyway. The CDC also did say that there are exceptions for kids who are experiencing difficulties putting on a mask. But that doesn't matter. That literally doesn't matter. Chad is on a fucking tangent here that like they think that slapping a mask on this baby is like defeating the pandemic or something. And the real reason why the fucking pandemic is this devastating in America is because they're fucking traveling 4 times during the pandemic for leisure.
In the UK, under 2 years old don't have to wear a mask and no one kicks up a fuss.
Seriously, what is the argument here? If it's